Yo, what's up guys? Coach Jonathan here with On Track Fitness. I help busy adults lose weight and keep that weight off for life using our Fast Track Fitness and Nutrition System. And today I'm coming at you guys with a really important video, and that is covering supplements. The supplement industry is one of the biggest industries out there, and it is absolutely full of BS. And I always have people coming to me asking what protein they should take or what pre-workout they should take. And a lot of the reality of the supplement industry is it is the BS industry. So I want to clear some confusion up out there and kind of get you guys going on the right road when it comes to supplementation. But before we get started, if you are someone who is struggling to start their weight loss journey in the first place, or you're kind of at a plateau in your journey and you're not seeing the results you want, what I want you to do is click below this video and subscribe to this channel. We are constantly uploading videos with applicable tips and tricks to get you through that plateau or get your weight loss journey started in the first place. And they are all tips that you can apply right away. It's not we'll give you the secrets if you sign up for our program. We're trying to give as much information as we can on this channel, so make sure to click below and subscribe to put those or to watch our videos and to put those tips to use. But without further ado, let's get into it. So the supplement industry. It is an industry, like I said, that is full of BS. And the reality is the supplement industry is $150 billion industry. So it is a humongous industry. A lot of people are shocked when they hear that number, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. You're always seeing on social media, new supplement companies are popping up. There's some new fad supplement that is giving people crazy results. It is a really, really big industry. And the reality of it is if you're investing heavily in supplements each month, I know people who are spending upwards of $500 a month on supplements. And if you're doing that, it is a complete waste of money, because the reality is supplements make up maybe 5% of the equation when it comes to weight loss or even muscle build, like gaining weight, building muscle. It's 5% of the equation, and if you're investing a ton of money in 5%, that is honestly just a waste of money. And I always like to say, stop majoring in the minors, and this is definitely one of the minor things. So keep that in mind. The supplement industry is huge, and if you're heavily investing in supplements each month, maybe you should reconsider and put that money into something else that will be more beneficial on your weight loss journey. Another thing is, food is always going to be more effective than supplements. So if you can have a perfect diet or a expensive supplement regimen, I would pick the perfect diet every single day of the week. So keep that in mind. Food is always king when it comes to picking between that and supplements. Because I know people who spend they'll spend more money on supplements than they will on healthy food, and that is not a good thing whatsoever. So please keep that in mind. And if there's nothing else you get from this video, just remember that. So getting into supplement lies. So there are lots of lies out there in the supplement industry. Instagram is full of them. Facebook might even be more full of them. I have seen some crazy, crazy things. And the thing is the supplement industry does lie to you. So any supplement you see out there, and there's always different rules and regulations being put out there regarding this, but any supplement you see that is claiming to build X amount of muscle or help you lose X amount of inches or X amount of weight, anything you see like that, let that be a red flag to you, because most of the time supplements that have crazy claims are absolute BS, and they'll have to change their branding up eventually because they'll get called out for it. And it's just not a good thing. It's not the most honest thing of supplement companies to do, but like I said, it is a $150 billion industry, so they don't really care. So keep that in mind. If they're making crazy claims, it probably is too good to be true. And that goes for really anything in the fitness industry. There's a lot of BS out there. Another thing is with scientific studies. So a lot of those claims will be backed up by studies, so they have to be true, right? Something interesting about those scientific studies is a lot of times supplement companies will go to a university and they will fund research on a certain ingredient or their certain proprietary blend or whatever it may be. And that university is getting paid a lot of money to research that supplement. So they're going to give favorable results in their studies, if that makes sense. So keep that in mind. Just because it says it has been researched by some university or there's some peer-reviewed study on it, it does not necessarily mean that that is reality, because there's big money lining the pockets of these supplement industries, and universities, of course, are going to make results favorable if they're getting paid an absolute ton of money. So keep that in mind. There is lots of lies and misleading things in the supplement industry. So with all that being said, what supplements actually do work? Because there are supplements out there that are good. There are supplements that I recommend to my clients. There are good things in there. You just have to be able to filter that out. So getting into that, the number one supplement out there, you believe it or not, it is going to be nutrition from Whole Foods. And I'm not going to just sit here and say, oh, like supplements are completely useless. Just eat Whole Foods, because that's not always the case. But nutrition from Whole Foods is going to be the biggest thing. Along with that, sleep and hydration. Those are 3 things that you have to have in check before you're investing heavily in supplements that are useful, which we're going to get into. But keep that in mind. Nutrition from Whole Foods is absolutely important. Like I mentioned in the very beginning of this video, Whole Foods versus supplements, Whole Foods wins 100% of the time. But there are supplements that do actually work. And I'm just getting into some of the popular ones. One that I did not include on this list is multivitamins. Multivitamins are helpful in the sense of you'll make up that difference in what you should be getting in nutrient wise versus what you can actually get in a whole food diet, because it's hard to get all your nutrients in through just your diet. So multivitamins are useful, but I do always recommend not getting the super expensive ones. If they're claiming like if it's a fat loss multivitamin, don't get that one. Just get a basic one to help kind of bridge that gap between where you're at in your diet and where you need to be. So that is not on this list. But if you go to the store, get a $10 one a day multivitamin, and that will definitely help bridge some of those gaps and put you in a good place in terms of health. But outside of that, when it comes to supplements, there are 3 that I would say are the most effective and the best uses of your money if you decide that it would be a good idea for you. And those are going to be protein powder, creatine, and pre-workout. So getting into the first one, protein powder. All protein powder does is it helps you hit your overall protein goal. So with all of our clients, we eventually implement a protein goal. And if you're struggling to get that in through your normal diet without going way over in your calories, protein powders can be beneficial. When it comes to that, we always recommend, unless you're plant-based or vegan or anything like that, or if dairy really messes with you, we always do recommend whey protein because it is the quickest absorbing, and your body utilizes that the fastest. And specifically whey isolate, because whey isolate is usually easier on your stomach as well, and it helps you kind of get that protein in. And it also is one of the with protein, it is a very quick and easy way to get protein in. So instead of having to sit there and make chicken breast or make some eggs, you can just put it in your blender or your shaker cup, shake it up real quick, and you're good to go. So it's quick and easy, and a lot of them actually do taste really good nowadays. So keep that in mind. And also something to keep in mind with protein powder is do not use it to hit 100% of your protein goal. So say your goal is to hit 100 grams a day. Usually it'll be higher, but it varies person to person. Your goal is to hit 100 grams of protein a day. Do not just take 4 scoops of protein and be like, okay, I got my protein in for the day. The rest of my day can consist of carbs and fats. Don't necessarily do that. You want it to supplement your diet, not completely take it over. So usually 1 to 3 scoops a day, depending on your specific needs and your protein goals, is all you're going to need when it comes to protein powder. Outside of that, creatine. So creatine is one that there's been a lot of misleading information on in the media. And with that being said, it has become the most studied supplement in the entire supplement industry. Creatine is 100% safe, no matter what your doctor is saying about it. There's a lot of hate out there when it comes to creatine. Studies are out there, and it is a safe supplement. And what creatine does is it helps with strength and endurance, so it'll help your performance in the gym, which will correlate to results outside of the gym. So you're going to be pushing yourself harder in the gym, which will lead to breaking those muscles down more, lifting heavier weights, therefore breaking muscles down more, spending more time in the gym without getting burnt out. That does not harder. I always believe in working smarter, not harder, but if you're able to last longer in the gym and not burn out right away, creatine helps with that. And that all can correlate right into fat loss. So keep that in mind. It does help with all those things, and it's 100% safe. But the key with creatine is to just take 5 grams a day and have it be creatine monohydrate. So there's going to be creatines out there that are super duper expensive and they have a higher absorption rate or whatever they'll claim. Creatine monohydrate is what all the studies are around. All the other ones, there's not very many studies backing it. And creatine monohydrate is also very, very, very cheap. You can buy 100 servings for, don't quote me on this, but like 10 to 15 bucks. It is a very cheap supplement. So creatine monohydrate is the only way to go. When you walk into GNC or Vitamin Shop and they try to sell you on the $60 for 60 servings of creatine brand, do not fall for it. Just go with creatine monohydrate and you'll be good to go, and you will get the exact same results. So keep that in mind. Creatine is a good one and it is safe. And then lastly, pre-workout. So pre-workout is something you want to use on a as needed basis. You do not want to rely on pre-workout I had fallen into that trap many times where pre-workout is like a must before the gym, but the downside to that is you do build a tolerance to it, and it definitely does happen. And it can be kind of an expensive thing to constantly keep up with, but also you don't want to have to rely on pre-workout, because what happens when you work out later in the day and you need to go to sleep after the gym? You don't want to be having to take pre-workout and then it messing with your sleep cycle. Then you're going to be tired in the mornings every day, need more caffeine throughout the day, and it can be kind of a disastrous cycle. So use pre-workout on an as-needed basis. If you're really tired one day, you need a little boost before the gym, have a scoop of pre-workout, or go get an energy drink. In some cases, that can be beneficial too. Pre-workout is a good one. And the main three things in pre-workouts are caffeine, beta-alanine, and citrulline or arginine. And I'm going to make videos breaking down each one of these at some point, but the basic concepts behind these is caffeine. It helps with energy levels, as we all know. Caffeine's in coffee, energy drinks, all that good stuff. But it does scientifically help strength output. So caffeine is good for taking before the gym. You might lift a little bit heavier, but it's not going to be anything groundbreaking. You're not going to go from a 135 max to 225 max, but it does help a little bit with strength output. Beta-alanine, on the other hand, that helps with endurance, and it also gives you that tingly feeling. So if you're taking a pre-workout and you're tingling, you feel like you have ants crawling all over you, it's going to be from the beta-alanine. So keep that in mind, but it does help with endurance in the gym. And then citrulline and arginine, most pre-workouts have one or the other. Those are both going to be pump ingredients, so it's going to help with blood flow, so you're going to get a good pump in the gym and feel a little bit fuller while you're working out, which is always a good feeling. And then also, the more blood that gets to muscles, that means there's more nutrients getting to the muscle, so that helps a little bit with endurance as well. So keep that in mind, but that is all I have. So when it comes to supplements, protein powder, creatine, and pre-workout are all good ones. They're all safe for you. But the number one thing, like I mentioned, is going to be getting the majority of your nutrients from whole foods and fueling your body with whole foods. So do not spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month on supplements. Just get supplements on an as-needed basis, and as your coach, if you're working with a coach, as they recommend, because a lot of times you do not need a ton of supplements. You should not have to every day wake up and take 5 different supplements in the morning and then a few before you work out and all that stuff. That is completely unnecessary. And if your coach is pushing a specific brand on you, be cautious of that as well, because there are a lot of coaches out there, which I understand why they do this, but they'll push very hard for supplements, and they'll push very hard to get the brand that they work with their code, so they'll get commission from it. So be cautious of that. Not saying that they're always trying to mislead you, but if they're saying, hey, get this entire stack it's immediately after you sign up with them, that is a kind of a fishy thing and a little bit of a red flag. So keep that in mind. Oh, and then I always like to dive into the approach that we take with our clients. And as you probably would have guessed from this video, in our Fast Track Fitness and Nutrition System, which is our one-on-one program for busy, career-driven adults just like yourself who are trying to lose weight and keep that weight off for good, in our program, we only recommend supplements on a as-needed basis. So I always tell people right off the bat, I'm not going to recommend a single supplement to you. As time goes on and we see exactly what your nutrition looks like on a day-to-day basis, exactly how your training is looking, and exactly how your results are shaping up to be, we will recommend supplements based off of that. But supplements are not needed. Like I mentioned, they are 5% of the equation, so we're not going to sit here until you spend hundreds of dollars extra on that every single month. Holistic nutrition, getting your nutrients from whole foods, is going to be the key for long-term results. And like I've shown in other videos, these are 2 of our clients. This is Anthony and this is Tori. They're both people in our program. They're both very career-driven adults. They're traveling all the time for work. They have lots of meetings. They look over a bunch of different employees, and they're stressed out constantly throughout the week with work, but they are finding time to make fitness fit into their lifestyle, not take it over, and they're finding a way to eat according to their goals, and the results are showing. So I always like to show these pictures, and if you are someone who sounds like them, you're constantly traveling for work, you don't know how to balance work, fitness, and your family life, and you are sick and tired of not seeing the results you want, what I want you to do is click below and follow me on Instagram. Also, shoot me a message saying ready, and we will sit down and break down exactly how our Fast Track Fitness and Nutrition System can apply to your specific goals, and how we can get you exactly where you want to be, and exactly where you want to be in about 6 months' time. So again, follow me on Instagram. The link is in the bio below, and we will and DM me ready, and we will sit down and go over exactly how our program can help you get where you want to be. So that is all I have for you guys. If you are interested in learning more applicable tips and tricks for your fat loss journey, what I also want you to do is click below and subscribe to this channel. We're constantly putting out content to help you take actionable steps towards your weight loss goals. So thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later.